First off, my nigga Mo, I am the coldest. I'm not the middle child, I am the oldest. Weight of the world, carry that on my shoulders. I'm David Ruff and these niggas is oldest. These bitches be champing, these niggas be bold. I ain't naming their chesses, I'm aiming at noses.
So dope.
What it do, baby?
Make sure you hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. Let me know in the comment section if y'all enjoy these horror shorts. Let's get into the video.
The chills and thrills continue on the Something Scary podcast. Hear more for free on iTunes, Spotify, or wherever you listen to your podcasts.
Hey, I'm Markia.
How you doing?
Want to hear something scary?
Oh, I forgot that she did that.
The Noonwraith.
My earbuds
The
are
seasons
loud.
are changing yet again.
I say
as fall
earbuds.
turns
My
to winter.
AirPods.
The weather can be as much an enemy as a friend, and sometimes it can take up arms against us, like in this next story, inspired by a submission from Ola. My name is Ola. I'm from a small town in Poland where what we lacked in modern conveniences, we made up for in natural beauty. Mountains, woods, and endless farmlands. We had it all. But when the temperatures rose, we weren't allowed to go outside to enjoy our surroundings because of an ancient local myth. Centuries ago, at noon on a sweltering hot day, a blacksmith was repairing a horseshoe in a nearby wheat field when a spark flew and caused a fire. The landowner was away, so his wife tried to save the field, but was sadly burned alive.
Damn.
Since then, if you ever ventured outside at noon on the hottest days, it was said you might feel the spirit of the Noonwraith. It was a weak, dizzy feeling, kind of like a heat
Noonwraith?
stroke. One early autumn day during a terrible heat wave, my friend Sophie and I were watching TV in the living room with my younger brother. As my dad headed out to grab lunch, he said, "It's burning up out there. Do not leave the house." Our house had no air conditioning,
Yeah.
so my brother decided to cool off in the
Yeah,
shower.
that sounded crazy.
Before he went upstairs, he whispered to me, "Don't leave, Ola.
Probably hotter
Seriously,
in the house.
it's scorching out there." It's almost like he knew what would happen next. "Let's get some fresh air," Sophie said, opening the back door. Sophie loved to test the rules. I don't know why I agreed. I guess I wanted Sophie to think I was cool. "Fine," I said, "but only for 10 minutes. My dad will be back soon." We started through my family's garden and crawled under an opening in the fence to a giant golden wheat field next door. It was untended and the stalks rose above our heads. "What are we doing here?" I asked, noticing a rusted old scythe lying in the field.
Oh shit.
It looked particularly grisly. My question was answered as Sophie pulled out a cigarette. She struck a match to light it, making sure your brother doesn't freak out. "Want one?" I shook my head. I didn't like smoking.
Cigarettes.
I
Ew.
didn't like the
Yeah.
feeling of being in this field either, but I followed Sophie. We heard a rustling from somewhere in the field, accompanied by the sound of a woman humming. We froze, peering through the wheat stalks. The hum grew closer as a hot, dry wind blew through the wheat field. The scythe flipped up through the air and landed in the hands of a beautiful woman
Oh no.
in a white robe
Oh
who
no.
glided out of the stalks. Seeing her, I could tell she was composed of wind instead of skin, and her face, eyes, and bodily form came from a whirlwind-like energy that shaped her and gave her strength. At first, I was in disbelief, and then I became dizzy. Suddenly, it dawned on me. She was the Noonwraith, I uttered. The Noonwraith turned to Sophie, whose face had paled. She looked scared and woozy, just like me.
Ooh.
"You have trespassed here. Put out your embers and leave." "This isn't real. It's the heat," Sophie replied, but I could tell she was clearly dizzy. The Noonwraith glared. "Would you continue to smoke that ember if you knew it would lead to your death?" Sophie sneered, clearly taking the Noonwraith for a heat mirage. She took a big puff of her cigarette when, strangely, the fire went out. She coughed, clutching her neck, her eyes tearing up. I looked over, and the skin on Sophie's face, neck, and arms had turned this dark red. Steam rose off her skin. Sophie cried out as her whole body shook violently, and she fell to the ground. Then the Noonwraith eyed me. "You too have trespassed." "My friend told me to," I replied. The Noonwraith's eyes narrowed. "And since you couldn't think for yourself, you too will be punished."
Oh shit.
I watched dazed and powerless, as her scythe rose up. Ola! Ola! My brother screamed my name as the scythe swung at me. My brother grabbed my arm and the two of us sprinted for our lives. I could feel the Noonwraith's hot breath at the back of our necks. She wasn't giving up. My brother and I scrambled to the hole in our fence and dove underneath. The wind died down, and I caught my breath. I finally understood what the Noonwraith was. The spirit of that dead woman, still trying to protect her field from fire.
I give you that.
So the holidays can be a
You're a
challenging
great
time
storyteller. Alright, bro gang. Let me know if y'all want to see more from this channel. This video was alright. It wasn't scary, but it was a good story. So I give it that. She tells good stories. So kudos to you. Shouts out to you for the reaction request. Make sure y'all hit that like button. It's 4:20 in the morning right now. Get it? Let me know if you get it. I see y'all in the next one.
Yeah, I told myself no backer, you can just keep it love, I'm cool with it. Try to let them in, they backing up, they said can't handle it. Just give me some time, I made this shit. She said she need my heart, so why she down the shit? Yeah. That's how the game slide. Yeah, sitting there for the cool, that's how the game slide. In that photo, I got a bad bitch on me, I'm sending the photo. Yeah, seeing that photo, cool outside with the gang we slide. Damn, bad bitch on my line, she getting too wet beside it. Damn, pussy function, I got a game beside me. Said I be making her mad, she getting too red like Target. I just can't keep my mama off me. Said she want more than she lost with me. We can go man for man, we doing that.
Keep it cool.
Keep it classy.
And we love you.
Stay awesome.
Always.
And forever.